All right, guys, let's get into some NBA picks and props for Sunday, March 31st slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at the leaderboard. But first, happy Easter, everybody. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard.
Happy Easter. And then we started it off with a little bit of a sweep. I went 1-0 yesterday. I gave out the Boston Celtics minus 5.5 against the New Orleans Pelicans. The Celtics, they did end up winning this game by 12 points. They were stumbling here recently, but it looked like they got back to their winning ways.
Yeah, and I had a 1-0 day as well. I had the under 207.5 between the Grizzlies and the Magic. They tried to go the over. At last 3 minutes, they scored 19 points. They scored 206 in the game. So I was sweating it out to the very end, but it did cash. 1-0 day there. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, and I went 1-0 here as well. I gave out Kristaps Porzingis to go over 23.5 PRs going up against the Pelicans. And Porzingis, he finished with 29. So he was exactly what I expected him to do. He was awesome.
Smashed that number. I had an 0-1 day. I had DeJounte Murray over 26.5 points against the Bucks. He had 11 points in the first quarter, finished with 20 points in the game. Did not capitalize off that 44-point performance in his last one. So an 0-1 day there. Trey, let's go to our games for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about this Golden State Warriors going up against San Antonio Spurs game. And I think this is going to be a very entertaining one to watch. Both teams, they're actually coming into this one with some momentum. Golden State, they've won 3 games in a row, winning those games by an average score of 110-94. So they've been shutting teams down defensively. And San Antonio, they've actually won 3 games in a row as well heading into this one, winning those games by an average score of 117-113. So they've been scoring some points here recently, a lot more than what they've been doing on their season-long average. And we are recording the night before, so we're always a little bit unsure of the injury reports. But Clay and Kuminga are questionable for this game. And Sohan and Keldon Johnson are already ruled out for the Spurs. But I'm going to be taking the Spurs here. Give me them here plus 8.5 in this game. I feel like this is just too many points here. Curry, he's not just healthy at the moment, and we see it in his play. And I believe that the Spurs are going to be able to throw some length at him to kind of slow him down on the perimeter and not at least go nuclear and score 30+. And Wemby, he's coming in this game with some serious momentum as well, because in the Spurs' last game, Wemby, he finished with a massive 40 points, 20 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's just absolutely wild for a rookie. And I expect Wemby to want to come in this game and prove dominance again here. And these two teams, they've already played 3 times this year. And the Warriors, they're 2-1 in those games. But the average score across those 3 games are 114-113. So all 3 of those games have been pretty close. And I don't think this one's going to be any different here. Give me the Spurs plus 8.5 against the Warriors.
Yeah, Trey, I like that. Also, he kept Jalen Brunson's 60-point game ball. If you saw that as well, he threw it into the crowd instead of giving it to him. So kind of a savage move by the rookie there. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Knicks team. OKC traveling to take on the Knicks. I'm going to take the Knicks on the money line as the play. I can't back down from what I said a couple days ago. This team's going to bounce back on the defensive side of the ball. They had maybe their worst performance of the season against the San Antonio Spurs on the defensive side of the ball, giving up 130 points in the last game. I don't see that happening for the rest of the season. It also looks like the Thunder are going to be without their best player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's dealing with a quadricep injury. He's doubtful to play in this game. The Knicks, the scoring has been pretty good. They just have to keep playing the defense that they were playing a couple nights ago and not the defense that they were playing against the San Antonio Spurs. The Thunder, they're also a very good team. But on the road in this game, I think they can struggle shooting the ball going up against a team that I'm sure is going to get an earful out of their head coach, Tom Thibodeau. Expect a very motivated New York Knicks team on the defensive side of the ball as they try to put that Spurs game behind them and take down one of the best teams in the NBA. Give me the Knicks at home on the money line as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite players here. Give me Rudy Gobert to go over 27.5 PRs going up against the Bulls. I really love this over for Gobert in this game. We have a lot of great factors working for us. He loves playing against Chicago. This is a home game for Gobert. And he's coming into this game with some average momentum behind him, because in those average games, we've seen Gobert only average 13.2 points and 12.8 rebounds per game over his last 5, which is only 26 PRs per game, which is just under this number. But that's allowing us to get this nice discount line here. That's because this home game should help us out here, because Gobert, he loves playing at home this year. In his 33 home games, he's averaging more points and more rebounds with 14 points and 13.3 rebounds. Lastly, Gobert, he loves playing against the Bulls. Over his last 5 games versus Chicago, Gobert, he's averaging 17.4 points and 16.6 rebounds per game. That is 34 PRs, which is way over this number. I expect we see Gobert bang around in the painted area, and Vucevic just will not be able to keep him off the glass here. And if you cannot bet combo plays, I like his over rebounds more than his points, but I really love his over PR. So give me Rudy Gobert to go over 27.5 PRs against the Bulls.
Yeah, try to like it there for you. For my player props, going to be Collin Sexton of the Utah Jazz. Go over his total points going up against the Kings. The Jazz currently have 3 of their best players likely to be out in this game. We have Lauri Markkanen. He's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks with a shoulder injury. We have Jordan Clarkson. He's going to be out with a back injury. Then John Collins popped up questionable with back spasms coming into this game. The scoring options for the Utah Jazz are very limited, and Collin Sexton has been picking up the scoring, especially in the last game against the Rockets. He had 29 points on 21 shots. Looking at the numbers for Collin Sexton, he scored 20-plus points in 10 consecutive games, playing 30-plus minutes in all of these games. He's been taking a ton of shots from the field, and he should be taking a ton of shots because he's one of the very few players on the floor who can put the ball in the hole now for the Jazz. The Sacramento defense this season, they've not been very good, and I do think Collin Sexton is going to take advantage of that bad defense. So give me Collin Sexton here over his total points as to play against Sacramento. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the Spurs here, plus 8.5 against the Warriors. The Warriors, they've been playing some good basketball here recently, but I think it's going to come to an end here soon, and I think this trap game might bite him in the butt. Also going with Rudy Gobert over 27.5 PRs against the Bulls. He smashes this historically against Chicago, so I expect nothing different.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Knicks here on the money line at home. I'm going to bet on the defense and Jalen Brunson in this game. No Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as well for the OKC Thunder. So like that play there. And then give me Collin Sexton over his points. Been coming out at 24.5, 25.5. I have no problem taking that over because nobody else is going to be able to score for the Jazz in this game. And the Kings defensively, they're not that good. So give me Collin Sexton over points on that one. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Sunday, March 31st slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,